Pine Hill Farm, we're cutting back excessive growth. This is what needs to happen. Excessive growth of government needs to be cut. Which reminds me of why liberal, leftist, utopian schemes don't belong in this country. Because liberal, leftist, utopian schemes, as much as I love my liberal friends, their schemes, unfortunately, when they're practiced here, lead to unjust laws and tyranny, and there's one very simple reason. First sentence of our Constitution: in order to form a more perfect union, we the people, to establish justice. And let's stop right there. Justice. It's a beautiful thing, to give each his right. That is, you acknowledge the beautiful dignity of each individual, and they have a right. That's not a right to someone else's property. That's not a right if someone wants to go along and tell other people how to live or make them follow certain regulations or whatever scheme they think. That's not the right I'm talking about. I'm talking about each person has the right to be protected from the other's desire to tyrannize over them. That is a wonderful property of our Constitution, where it doesn't matter if you're black or white, what your station in life is, you are protected. Now, liberal utopian schemes don't do this. They use the law to subvert justice. They use the law in an unjust way. They use it to take from one and to take material property. See, justice can only be applied in the immaterial, meaning you need to give each man his right when you apply justice. A right is not a material thing. Once it goes into the material world, it becomes unjust. Because as soon as you decide that you're going to take from one person, when you want to give to one person, you need to take it from another, and thereby it is unjust. Now, the liberal utopian scheme wants you to believe that America, the bright shining city on a hill, as it's been described, is here in this country, even today. But I'm pretty convinced that once liberal leftist utopian schemes subvert our Constitution and try to make the people believe that justice exists when it doesn't, then the bright shining city on the hill does not exist, and nor does America, because it is not a place. It exists in the heart and soul of each and every one of us, in that intrepid morality and dignity of a civil society. That means you're free. You live under just laws, okay? You acknowledge the dignity of each individual human being. That bright shining city on a hill can only exist within the heart and soul of each and every one of us when we are free. That means that America will no longer be America as it's defined. We may be citizens of the United States, but we will not be Americans. We will not be a bright shining light to the rest of the world, because we won't be living under just laws. So once liberal utopian schemes completely subvert the Constitution, and I'm talking about that first sentence, establish justice, we can no longer call ourselves American. That's my rant today from Pine Hill Farm. In memory of Hector St. John de Crevecoeur, who wrote Letters from an American Farmer here, right around the time of the ratifying of our wonderful Constitution.
And look at me.
All right.